November 18th, 1978. Jonestown, deep in the jungles of South America. 909 people died in a single day. Not from war, not from a natural disaster. They drank poison, on purpose, because one man told them to. His name was Jim Jones, and before that terrible day, thousands of Americans called him Father, Prophet, God. This is the story of how one man destroyed nearly 1,000 lives and why nobody stopped him. Indiana, 1931. A baby boy was born in a small, poor town. His name, James Warren Jones. His childhood was lonely. His father was a drunk. His mother was never around. So young, Jim grew up talking to the one thing that never left him: God. By the age of 10, Jim was preaching to neighborhood kids like a pastor. By 18, he was walking into black churches in Indiana, where white people never went. He believed in equality, in justice, in a better world, and people loved him for it. One Indianapolis, Jim Jones opened his own church. He called it the People's Temple, and something extraordinary happened. Black families and white families sat together in Indiana in 1956. That was unheard of. Jim Jones was different. He healed the sick. He fed the poor. He gave people who had nothing a family, a purpose, a home. And they gave him everything. But behind closed doors, Jim Jones was falling apart. He was addicted to drugs. He believed the government was watching him. He believed nuclear war was coming. And slowly, the man who wanted to save the world was becoming someone dangerous. By the 1970s, the People's Temple had thousands of members. Jones moved his church to California, San Francisco, where politicians shook his hand, where newspapers called him a hero. Nobody saw what was happening inside those walls. Inside the People's Temple, Jim Jones controlled everything. What people ate, who they married, whether they could leave. Members had to give him their money, their houses, their children, and if anyone disobeyed, they were beaten in front of everyone. He called these beatings discipline. He called his control love. And the terrifying truth is, most members believed him, because Jim Jones understood one thing better than anyone: people will follow whoever makes them feel they belong. A journalist named Marshall Kilduff started asking questions. Former members were talking stories of abuse, stories of torture, stories of people who tried to leave and were never seen again. Jim Jones panicked. He made a decision that would seal the fate of everyone who followed him. He told his congregation, "We are moving to the jungle, to a place where no one can touch us." He called it Jonestown, Guyana, South America, deep in the Amazon rainforest. Jones built an entire community from nothing: houses, a school, a kitchen. Over 900 people left America behind and followed Jim Jones into the jungle. Most of them had nowhere else to go, but Jonestown was not paradise. It was a prison. People worked from sunrise to sunset. They ate barely enough to survive. Armed guards patrolled the perimeter, and Jim Jones spent his days in a chair on a stage with a microphone, watching over everything. He broadcast his voice through loudspeakers 24 hours a day. Even while people slept, he told them, "America wants to destroy us. The CIA is coming. There is no going back. We only have each other." And people believed him, because they had nothing else left. Then came the white nights. Jim Jones would wake everyone up in the middle of the night. Sirens screaming, guards running, Jones on the loudspeaker. "The enemy is coming. We must die with dignity. Drink this." And people would drink a red liquid from a large barrel. They thought it was poison. Jones told them it was, but it was not. Not yet. He called these loyalty tests. He was rehearsing for the real thing. November 14th, 1978. Congressman Leo Ryan flew to Guyana to investigate. He walked into Jonestown and asked one simple question. Does anyone want to leave? Over a dozen people wanted to go home. Jim Jones watched, his face completely still, but inside, his world was falling apart. November 18th, 1978. Morning. As they were boarding the plane at the airstrip, a truck pulled up. Men with guns jumped out. They opened fire. Congressman Leo Ryan was shot dead. 3 journalists killed. 1 defector killed. Several others wounded. Back in Jonestown, Jim Jones gathered everyone together, all 909 of them. He stood at his microphone and said, "Today is the day. We will not let them take us. We will die with dignity. We will die together." A large metal barrel was brought out, filled with grape-flavored drink mixed with cyanide and poison. Jones called it revolutionary suicide. Parents fed it to their children first. Syringes were used for the babies. Then adults drank it themselves, some willingly, some crying, some were held down and forced. Within minutes, people began collapsing, convulsing, dying. Jim Jones sat in his chair and watched. 909 people, in less than 1 hour, gone. Jim Jones was found dead with a single gunshot wound to his head. Whether he shot himself or someone shot him, nobody knows for certain. When the outside world found out, the shock was unlike anything America had ever felt. 909 dead, 304 of them children. The largest single loss of American civilian life until September 11th, 2001. Investigators walked through Jonestown in disbelief. Bodies everywhere, toys lying next to the dead, half-eaten food still on tables, letters people had written to their families back home that they never got to send. Survivors said one thing over and over. We thought he loved us. We thought we were building something beautiful. We had no idea how it would end. The story of Jonestown is not just about Jim Jones. It is about something deeper, something that lives inside all of us, the desperate need to belong, to be loved, to believe that someone has the answers. Jim Jones found that need, and he used it to destroy 909 people. Today, the jungle has swallowed Jonestown whole. The buildings are gone, the loudspeakers are silent, but the names of 909 people are carved into a black memorial wall in Oakland, California. Most of them were just looking for a better life. If you made it this far, you already know CrimeCrypt is different. Real stories, dark truths, fully animated. Subscribe, because the crypt is just getting started.